news for us has been the fact that Anna Eshoo's approval rating has seemingly dropped to 35%. That was a very interesting fact that came out from a poll that we ran back in August. It's fairly recent, and it was just about 75 days before the election that the results came out, and we were quite excited. We literally jumped off the chair because Anna Eshoo support had dropped to 35%, which was a dramatic drop even in comparison to her 48% that she had received in the primary election that was on June 7th, 2022. So that was a big drop, and we were quite surprised, but quite excited at the same time. And if you recall, her primary election performance at 48% was her worst ever in 30 years. And in fact, was the second worst compared to any other congressional Democratic incumbent in California, while she was spending $1.14 million. And typical primary elections, Anna Eshoo would just send out a mailer, a courtesy mailer to the Democrats, and she was done. And in this election, she was spending quite a bit of change, and also running expensive TV ads. And if you recall, in November 2020, when we were running against Anna Eshoo, we had received 127,000 votes. And that was the highest compared to any other candidate in 30 years. That was 37%. And our win number this year is seemingly 150,000 votes based upon a variety of factors. And I believe, and we believe, that it's very much within reach. And one of the quotes that President Obama's quote is about new blood. We need new blood in political offices, not those who cling to power. And we are seeing this from all directions when we are knocking on doors, or when people are requesting lawn signs. They're saying we need fresh blood, we need new blood. And I cringe the day when I will bump into Count Dracula, but I have not yet, and we'll keep going. And the plan is to win this race. And the very interesting thing that happened for us yesterday was the op-ed piece that was published in the San Mateo Daily Journal by Jeff Reagan. And it was very well written in terms of what the issues are and why voters should consider Rishi Kumar. I was quite thankful. It was a good summary of the current state of this particular race. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you read it. Now, the press has started to call it out. When you look at San Mateo Daily Journal, there are a few good quotes. If you go to rishikumar.com, you will see that we have some of the interesting quotes from the press there. For example, from the San Mateo Daily Journal, Anna Eshoo could face the toughest re-election challenge in 30 years. Her primary total was the lowest since she won the seat in 1992. Stanford Daily, we are concerned by the donations Anna Eshoo has accepted from the pharmaceutical industry. There are quite a few of them there. So go take a look at rishikumar.com. And I would like to quickly spell out my priorities. It is also there in 3 different bullets at our homepage, rishikumar.com. I will push for a cleanup of Washington term limits, try to get away from the lobbyist-driven culture and keep it squarely on the people. And my number 2 agenda is to act on the pending issues of Silicon Valley with stopping the exodus, because we are a huge economy, and right now we have people leaving to Austin, to Miami, and that is causing problems. And we have to address the challenges of housing, traffic, homelessness, with California fires, water infrastructure. We have challenges, and we have policies for all of these. And as the first tech-savvy congressional representative, my plan is to grow the economy and to ensure that we will be able to dominate the world of innovation with how we have done over the last 20 years. And we will continue to do that. And also, Silicon Valley tech needs a conscience. We need a playbook for the greater good of the world. And those are a good summary of my agenda. I will also be a champion of women's rights. I will get things done I will push to legislate Roe versus Wade once and for all. And I'm supporting California Prop 1. We have actually contributed to the campaign. And this is, it'll be on the ballot in the November 8th election. I will also enforce the right to equal pay across all industries. It is not there today. It's a policy that I have. Go to rishikumar.com/priorities, and you will actually see my policy as it relates to women in the workplace. And unlike my opponent, I'll actually pass laws to protect women and children from sexual crimes. And unfortunately, Congressman Anna Eshoo did not vote in favor, and you will find it on display, this issue at my priorities page. And then when you look at recall Persky, I was in favor in 2014, and Anna Eshoo was not in favor of the recall of Persky. And obviously the voters overwhelmingly supported the recall of Judge Persky for essentially a light sentence of a sexual molestation incident on the Stanford campus. So this is where we differ from Anna Eshoo. I will actually get things done by redefining Silicon Valley's culture to ensure that women have equal rights. I don't know if Anna Eshoo has even tried or attempted some of these things that we are talking about. So anyway, that's my agenda. The innovation economy, we touched upon it. I'm a mechanical engineer by training, tech executive for many, many years. And I have a deep insight of the innovation economy. And we have done well. My plan is to continue to grow this and ensure that we will address the challenges of the brain drain. And so take a look at the policy paper we have. You will find a link from our homepage. We have 3 priorities for the innovation economy on the homepage, and then a policy paper when it comes to tech. And coastal priorities, a big chunk of our congressional district is also the coast. So I will establish a permanent coastside congressional office that Anna Eshoo has never done in 30 years. And I will ensure that the priorities of the coast are addressed with urgency and with diligence. And challenges such as climate erosion, sea level rise, fire safety, fire insurance, robust transportation system, durable broadband. So those are some of our agendas. And I will stop the paving of paradise to preserve and protect our coastal resources. Okay, so that was a quick intro, but I highly recommend that you spend some time at rishikumar.com and take a look at, and we have made it very, very simple for you. You will really enjoy the stories of a maverick, and we have a few stories there which will provide you a sense of the character of the candidate Rishi Kumar and why exactly is this tech-savvy leader jumping into political service and a run for Congress. Currently on my city council, 2nd term, and re-elected with the most votes in 64 years of Saratoga for getting things done. So let's go on to the next.